Assalamualaikum and welcome to another episode of Zealfit TV. Today, the signage guys are coming to install all the signage. We have one downstairs here, which will have the Zealfit weightlifting academy, and then we have one on the mezzanine floor, which will just say Zealfit, and then just those two. So I won't be here to supervise them. The ID is going to do that. Actually, at 2 o'clock today I have to be at the immigration to get my passport because I'll be traveling soon, and this will be the first time since the lockdown began in 2020. So I'm headed over to, inshallah, to Korea, where they will have the WPPO event. So this will be my first event internationally that I've gone to, and that I'll be going to, and probably going to spend about, I don't know yet, but probably 3 to 5 days, depending on what's required, and then I'm just going to fly back. We will have an exhibition at the end of this month that we are participating in, which is called Architects with F1 Recreation. So we've got to prepare for that as well. So just to give you an update of what has been happening is that yesterday we tried to mount the crane on the concrete slab that we built, and it wasn't successful. So apparently the wall plug is too short. So even without any weight, even just hanging onto the crane and just trying to pull it down, caused the crane to actually caused the plugs to actually be lifted up from the concrete. So that obviously didn't work. So we have to come back on next Monday, which is actually a public holiday, and use a longer, just an iron that you can screw on a nut. And so that will happen next Monday. Other than that, there's nothing much that is happening. We're still waiting for the furnitures. So once the crane is mounted, then what we're going to do is just bring all the things, all the equipment that's going to the first floor upstairs. And once that's done, then we're going to clear the storage area again. After that, it's just waiting on the furnitures for the mezzanine floor so that I can start working in the office instead of on this silver bench that you see right here. So that's what has been happening, and I hope that the signages will not have any problem. It should be straightforward, and then hopefully next Monday we get the crane mounted so that we can bring all this stuff up. Oh, dah ada screw dah.
Tepuk lubang, lepas tu tarik silikon. Dah masuk dah, silikon tu dah keras, susah nak cabut. Dia melekat.
Trying to fit in the jigsaw puzzle.
Atas sekali, bukan?
I just hope that it's straight and it's centered. So what you see behind me is the logo for the ground floor, which is going to be the weightlifting academy. The reason for choosing the weightlifting academy term is that I suppose that's a long-term goal that I have, to turn this place into an academy where we can churn out weightlifters. If not for the amateur level, if you can get the right people in for national level, right? I think we've got all the equipment that they need to actually train and become great weightlifters. But that remains to be seen. This is just one of my goals, and we'll see how far we can go, and hopefully, who knows, right? I mean, we have to try. If I don't try, then I wouldn't know. So I think the trick here is, I think the main thing here is to actually get maybe a few coaches, those who have experience competing and who has extensive background on weightlifting coaching and things like that. But we'll start slow, probably start with whatever I have right now, and hopefully that this place will grow bigger and bigger. So in any case, that's the logo for the ground floor, and the guys have gone up to the office floor, the mezzanine floor, to put in the Zealfit logo sticker on the wall as you come in, where the lounge area would be. But I'm not going to stay here for that because I have to leave to go to the immigration center to pick up my passport. But what do you think of the logo? Let me know what you think. Judging from my own from my own eyes, it looks straight, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's weird because if you walk to this angle, it looks a bit different. If you look at it from a different angle, it looks a bit different. And if you to stand right in front of it, like that, it would look different. But I don't know. I think it's as good as it can get. And again, I'm not the type that complains about all this little stuff. But hopefully the idea behind the academy is what's important, and what we're trying to establish here is the one that matters the most. Okay, so I'll check back on the logo upstairs once I'm done with the immigration center. I think once I'm back tomorrow. Okay, I'm back here at the new headquarters, and it is a Monday. It's our Yang di-Pertuan Agong's birthday, official birthday. It's a public holiday, but I'm supposed to be here because there was supposed to be work on the crane, which we had to abandon because the wall plug that we tried to use previously was too small and not strong enough to hold the crane up, especially under load. So we decided to postpone it to another day, which is supposed to be today, but once again it's been postponed for some reason. So the contractor said that he couldn't find, or he couldn't get the metal thing that is supposed to be drilled down to hold down the crane, and he said it's not available. And being that today is a public holiday, so I guess you can't get that stock anywhere. So in any case, so I'm here on the mezzanine floor, the office floor, and just checking out the logo that they did that day. Okay, so obviously there's going to be a couch over there. This is the lounge area. This is just a sticker because the cheapest to do logo is actually I believe using sticker, and it looks okay. You can see the walls it's not actually smooth, but that's fine as long as the sticker is relatively okay. There's nothing peeling off, right? Even though I can see a little bit, but hopefully over time it's not going to peel off. That is going to stick on the wall. Okay, so this is the logo for the mezzanine floor, the office floor. Now let's go check out upstairs where we have the Eleco logo, right? Okay, here we are at the new Eleco Performance Center. You guys see that? Performance Center. The O right here will be moved closer to the K because it really looks a bit awkward. If you see it like this, you can see that the O is actually, it's like Elec O. So I've asked the ID to actually fix that, but Now the reason why we have it as a performance center is because, well, first of all, it's going to be a showroom, right? An Eleco showroom. So as much as I can, I will put in here all the new Eleco equipment that we can get our hands on. As well, actually, it depends on the budget because they're not exactly cheap, right? So apart from that, as I've mentioned, I think a few times, we have a collaboration with F1 Recreation, and what we want to do is to put some of their equipments here, equipments that Eleco doesn't have, like treadmills and things like that. So we hope that with their equipment plus Eleco's equipment, this place is going to be conducive for personal training, even for general training, for people who wants to go to a gym and work out using all this high quality equipment. Hopefully that translates to their performance, right? So therefore, the Eleco Performance Center. So this is the place where you will perform. This is what we tried to do last Wednesday. So as you can see, we actually put the wall plug inside this concrete block, but once we actually stood this up and then we put a little bit of weight at the top of the crane, it was almost like it was coming off, but obviously it didn't come off all the way. It's just that it came off a little bit, but we know that once we put load on the crane, that's not going to hold. So what we're trying to do is to put in a longer metal that you can screw on a nut with, so that it will hold down, it will anchor the crane as much as possible, especially when we have about 300-400 kgs that we're trying to bring up. Okay, a bit disappointed that it cannot be completed by today, because the next scheduled appointment is on Wednesday, which is 2 days from now, and on this Saturday I'm not going to be here anymore because we're flying off, inshallah, to Korea, and if it doesn't happen this week, then I'll have to wait for the week after next. So it's just delaying the opening of this place, and time is money, right? So I hope that we can finish it by today, and then we can bring out all this the showroom equipment upstairs as soon as possible. If we can't do that by this week, then it's definitely going to happen only after I get back from Korea. So that's that. It is frustrating, that it's taken so long. It already has been about 2 months plus, and like I said, if it happens after I come back, then it's going to be 2.5 months. In fact, probably closer to 3 months before we actually get everything done. And it's frustrating, but it is what it is. Alhamdulillah, it's something that I have to be patient with, and hopefully that we get it done, and we get it done properly and safely, inshallah. Alright guys, so this is it for this particular episode. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please click that like button. Thank you so much. And if you're new to this channel, please do consider subscribing to us and turn on the notification. And I hope to see you guys again in the next Zealfit TV blog. Bye.